I started working at the young age of 5 years old and helping my parents with their business.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
The following is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development.
Not embarrassed to say that I started out at a university in the early 80s and didn't have a great successful experience. My parents wanted more and expected a college education, and I went to a school called Pittsburgh Institute of Aeronautics and truly fell in love with that and working on airplanes. And it's a lot cleaner than working on, to tell you the truth, I'm a nerve spreader in my parents' business.
What do you say to kids when they're coming in here, but they're just kind of unsure?
I'm not anti-college, believe me. We promote a lot of our students to go on to school. I'm a college graduate.
Oh, yeah.
I understand how it promoted me through, but I'm also a mechanic first. When people say, what do you do?
Right.
I'm a mechanic first, and then but if you give, I honestly believe, going back to the checklist you talked about, if you say, here's the facts, here's the true facts. You know, if you come here, whatever program you're in, you do what we ask you to do. Here's what I can almost give them a personal guarantee that says this is what it's going to happen. Right. Because it's 2 + 2 = 4.
Right.
And I sound like, a lot of universities can't do that. And not that I'm, once again, but if you pick the right degree in a university 100% and you're passionate about it.
Yeah,
But once again, that student has to have a passion here, has to say, listen, this is what I want to do. And those kids that match their passion with the skills that we offer them are just knocking it out of the park. So,
if a student comes here, say for aviation maintenance technology, do they still take English classes or math classes, or how does that work?
They still take their math, English, science, and social studies, their core class, along with some electives. But a little bit different. Several years ago, we started the academy approach, which we broke into groups, and I'll just roughly transportation, manufacturing, and the different groups. But within them, we assign career academic teachers, your normal math teacher, science, social studies teacher, specifically to that group. And so they've changed their curriculum, still following the state standards, but every one of those state standards is tied to the career tech standards. They mesh and guide them.
Once again, it gets back to this notion of the level of enthusiasm or passion you have for a topic, and then the general studies can be directly applied, the general courses of study, like math, can be then directly applied to this skill.
And you'll see the math teacher in here teaching math in here. You'll see the science, and that's what's really, I find really, that's been a big leadership change probably in the last 5 years or 8 years, I would say, that really was able to get those teachers into the classroom. We've always talked about it, but it's always been like, let's try, but they've always been separated. Now they're truly integrated into the classroom.
So then you have a lot of instructors that collaborate and literally just say, hey, can I come in for the day?
100%. And actually, we push that and encourage that. And actually, a little bit hesitant, just like if you wanted to say, John, go teach a math class or a science class. And, previously, early, when I was teaching, I taught my own math. I taught my own aviation math. I taught my own aviation science. I didn't reach out to the academic teacher because that was kind of their field. That's no longer, those walls aren't here in a career tech setting, which is really a different thought process, but much better learning. The kids can pick it up. It's other ways to learn.
The interview you just watched is an excerpt from the Brain Gain Youngstown Leadership Series. The new podcast features conversations with local leaders who are focused on building a culture of entrepreneurship and promoting workforce development. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit BusinessJournalDaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to AfterHoursYoungstown.com.
BusinessJournalDaily.com 3 Minutes With is brought to you by Farmers National Bank.
I like a bank that's a pillar in my community.
I like a bank so cutting edge, they have a lab branch.
We are so alike.
Well, we do both bank at Farmers National Bank.
Farmers.
Stand strong.